What's up, guys? Bringing you a new review. It's been a minute. Obviously been putting in a lot of overtime because we're getting ready to get a lot of Marvel Legends and other figures from other company line. But that being said, here is the new Aries from the Thor Ragnarok Build-A-Figure Gladiator Hulk wave. And I gotta say, I have positives and I have negatives. First positives is that the paint job on this is really nice. I can't complain about the paint job at all. The new deco on him, the black top with the white skull and the black pants are awesome. The fact that he comes with his axe this time around is very nice. Let's go ahead and take that out. Alright, so he comes with his sword, which he originally came with before when he was a Build-A-Figure, but this one is painted quite nicely. It has a black handle, a gold piece at the end of the hilt, and the sword, of course. Really nice. Then we have this axe here that's painted black with the chrome or metallic blades, and you can see a lot of battle damage in it. It's not a new axe. It came with I believe King Thor or whatever and also another Thor. Can't remember off the top of my head right now, but it's real nice inclusion with it. So let's get into Aries. So basically, he is on essentially the same buck with retooled legs, which is the olden Build-A-Figure legs. Oh, I forgot. He also comes with his little knife right here that's in his sheet. So everything essentially is the same from the previous bath, but the paint deco. The helmet is okay. It's a repaint from the old helmet as well. It has a glossy black top and then plain gold with some, not even black wash, maybe a little black wash, grayish in the helmet, as you can see there, but it's okay. His face, his eyes are whited out this time around with some dirt around his face. His hair is a little darker. Like I said, the top is black now with silver trimming and white skull. This skull is actually better than the previous edition that we got. The skin tone on the upper arms, the neck, the face, and the arms all match this time around. Before we had the bath, it had really different type of skin tone that didn't match up at all. His pants are black and his boots are chrome. Let's go ahead, move this over. And his ab crunch this time around is really great. Really great. You can also move this far back. So even though this is a positive, his ankle rocker and his leg are positive, the thing that remains the problem, and this was a cheap cop-out, is still the ball joint or the head, the neck peg, because it hinders him when it comes to articulation and movement, because he can't look down and he can't look up. So that's a big problem. So his head is just constantly in a down position, as you can see here. To fix that, I guess they improve the ab crunch, which, like I said, is really great this time around. So when you put his helmet on, it doesn't look like he's looking down the whole time. But then it kind of looks silly because he's leaning back so much. So I guess tilt it up a little bit. And it isn't so bad with the helmet on, but when you take the helmet off, it has that I'm looking down at you look. So overall, I'm gonna have to say, even though Hasbro has been giving us a lot of great figures, and this is not to bash them, this really is, you know, a good re-release, but not a crazy re-release. Like, besides the paint deck win and the modified legs, I wouldn't say it's a must cop or anything. If you already have the bath and you're trying to find this, if you miss out on it, it's not a loss, to be honest with you. The neck peg thing was very disappointing. I feel like Hasbro just kind of released this because a lot of people started buying the KO off of eBay. Me included myself, I did buy the KO, but I bought the KO to actually modify, and plus I didn't really want to waste money on getting an old bath when I knew like around the corner would be a re-release, and I knew that that bath wasn't really a great bath to spend money on. Let's just be honest, it was a flawed bath. So before I show you the actual KO bath that I bought, I'm gonna show you my custom that I actually made. And I know a lot of people followed suit with doing that same thing, but get this helmet on. But basically, I put the Aries on the Absorbent Man, I guess Sandman body, but it's a little different because the torso and leg pieces are actually from Tarax. So I guess that's where that body came from and started from. This is a Tarax body, Tarax shoulders, original bath part, Aries arms, head, and his legs are from Odin. But you can see he has much more articulation. He's larger. His head can move up and down. This helmet sucks, by the way. This is actually the KO helmet, and I'll show you the helmet that I had casted. But you see he's taller. He has a little bit more articulation. He's a little wider. The arms still suck, to be honest with you. But the legs are on a better joint. You see? And I already had the idea like a long time ago to use the Odin legs. But we'll put him on the side. And then this is the KO bath that, you know, I had the helmet casted. I bought the helmet and just painted it up because it's a harder material. It's not so soft and shit. But once again, nothing really too crazy, but this ab crunch was not as great as the new one. Or maybe it was. I don't know. It's kind of tight. But anyway, there was no real difference between the KO and the original bath because I compared it with someone else's bath. But since everyone was going out to buy the KO, I think Hasbro kind of seen it as a money grab. Like, oh, everyone's buying the KO, so why don't we just re-release him with the Odin legs and call it a day. So basically when I bought this KO, I bought him for simple reason, to modify his feet. As you can see, these are the original Aries bath feet, and I just basically cut them from the original legs and put them on the Odin legs so he can have ankle rotation, because I really did like the design of these boots. So that's pretty much why I did that. So now You know, you could get him in certain poses, and you can have him doing the widest stance possible if you want, whatever. But you see his feet are flat on the ground. So, all in all, Hasbro release of the Aries isn't really impressive to me. I like the paint deco, like I said, so I'm not disappointed in the figure per se, but I just felt like they should have did a little bit more as far as re-releasing him. So articulation basically is pretty much the same. The head doesn't look down or up. The arms go out this far, really far up, go all the way around. Single jointed elbow, another hindrance for him, being that he uses an axe and a sword. Wrist hinge, swivel, ab crunch back. Great range of motion compared to the original one. Then you have these ball joints, which I hate. I absolutely hate. You have to turn them in a certain position, and sometimes the thighs just don't, cooperate with how you want to turn the joint. So you have to like play around with it. So in order to get his leg forward, you have to turn the ball all the way forward and then put it up. So that still sucks. Double jointed knees, and then ankle rocker, pivot, whichever you want to call it. So that was the improvement. Helmet sucks, like I said, but in all, if you missed out on the bath, I would definitely say go pick this guy up. He's definitely worth the money for missing out on the bath, especially since the bath is going for like 100 plus. And if you need to fill in your Dark Avengers, you're definitely gonna need this guy. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review, comparisons. Let me know what you guys think. Were you impressed by this re-release? Were you not impressed by it? Did you feel like Hasbro did a lazy job on it or not? All right, catch you guys later. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Have another video up for you guys soon. Here he is next to Angela, and you can see it's pretty in scale. He's a bit taller, obviously he's a god of war, and she's an Asgardian. So, yeah. Here he is next to articulated icons. One of many ninja, and SH Figure Arts Jack Sparrow. Here he is next to Build-A-Figure Sandman and Walgreens exclusive Fantastic Four Sue Storm and Rebel Tech's Gwenpool. And I gotta say, the size between Aries and Sandman might be off. And reason why I say that is because Aries should really be bigger than Sandman. But for the sake of this, we're gonna say Sandman grows in his form from his sand and stretching, but I still think the scale is off on these two. Here's some size comparison between the bootleg or KO version of Aries that I modified the feet on, and here's my custom Aries that I made out of a Absorbing Man body along with the Odin Build-A-Figure legs and the original head and arms from the Aries bath.